Hey guys, Misfit here from cOOp Guys Gaming, back on the Feed the Beast server. Farms are working out really well. I've got the second layer of this tree farm done, but I haven't found any sort of way to automate the whole thing to resupply it. So I've just been manually taking the saplings out and putting them in the farms. I've still got sand to deal with, but yeah, we've got plenty of wood coming in, so that's alright. However, the wheat farm has me a bit concerned. Not in how it's working, but in terms of storage. This barrel is already full. This one and this one are getting there, and this one's already half full with seeds. So either I'm going to have to turn these off, or I'm going to have to increase their storage, because I'm not quite ready to use the seeds to make dirt, and it doesn't need to make that much dirt for the rest of the farms. So not only that, but the factory needs some more storage as well, so I'm going to solve that by making big barrels or extra dimensional storage upgrades for the barrels. Unfortunately I don't have that many ender pearls. I went out hunting. I was away for a long time. I even came across a jungle and found a ridiculous amount of this rubber wood. I got about 22 stacks of this rubber wood from one tree. It was insane. So I cut down the entire tree and have been topping up our supplies of rubber until that farm is fully ready to do it on its own. So yeah, what we're looking up. The extra dimensional storage upgrade. For that we need an ender pearl, a barrel, some blaze rods. Oh, we don't have any blaze rods. I'll have to go get some more. And dark iron ingots. Now this stumped me for a bit because it's like an infinite loop here. So you got dark iron ingots only come from a block of iron and all that sort of stuff. So I'll have to look up the wikis. And you need something called a wrath igniter. And I don't have everything figured out with this, but because some of the recipes just don't show up. It doesn't tell you how to make a diamond shard. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So just want to check if I actually have to put, because I need a diamond block, I know that, and I also need TNT. So diamond block, do you have to use a compressor? Yes you do. So let's get our diamond block all ready to go. Oh, wait a minute. Boop. Look at all that diamond. TMH has really been outdoing himself. Over to our compressor. Game is a bit laggy. I've got centrifuges running downstairs. Oh, maybe just go turn them off. So there we go. Oh man, this lag is bad. Although they're just a bit finished. So I'll just let them run. Alright, the lag should get better in a minute, hopefully. So we got our diamond block. We have our block of diamond. And we need some TNT. God, I don't think anybody's made some TNT in this yet, so I need 20. And where's our sand? We have sand over here somewhere. Boop. There we go. Right, let's use the project table. Still trying to get used to these. So what's it? Is this the recipe? Because I honestly cannot remember. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 TNT. What else was in that recipe? I cannot remember. Because it was I need something called a craft packet. In fact, before I do that, I need to look up. It's very odd, this whole thing. So I need to make a stamper, craft packet stamper. Craft packet stamper. Alright. Where to put you? Because we're running out of space in here. Let's just shove you there. Okay. Now I need to craft. Don't know if it'll actually come up with the craft packet thing. Craft packet. Doesn't show you how to make a craft packet. Okay, give me one sec. I'm just gonna go check this. Obsidian, that's what I was missing. So, project table. Obsidian in the corners. Block of diamond in the middle for TNT. Craft packet. Now, I put this in here. Oh! It doesn't need power at all. 18 diamond shards. Awesome. Okay, now we need some nether brick. One piece of nether brick. And let's put our the rest of the diamond shards in there, because I'm pretty sure Reaper needs some of them. So now we need our Wrath Igniter. This thing can be pretty dangerous. I went onto a creative world when I was looking this thing up, and I was like, oh, it looks kind of like a flint and steel. So I tried it like a flint and steel, used it on the grass. Of course, it was a super flat world of grass, and it just spread everywhere like an uncontrolled fire. It did stop after a while, but not until a massive area of land had been turned to regular dirt. It was only later that I realized that it only affects the type of block that you place on it, so that you use it on. So because I used it on grass, it affected all the grass in the nearby area. So because we're making dark iron, if I use it on these iron blocks, it should be fine. It shouldn't spread, although it might start a couple of fires. But I've got a bucket of water at the ready in case something bad happens. So, and I'm also ready to run. And oh, there it goes. And it looks like it's working. Bucket of water ready, just in case. Oh, this does have durability, right? I'll need to make a forge for this at some point. We could do it today, actually. And there we go. There's a dark iron, and oh god, everything's catching fire. Put it out. I said put it out. Go on the flame! Oh, I'll just punch it out. Punch, 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 punch. There we go. And we screw up our torches. You'd think I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. There we go. So we have our dark iron, which I'm guessing is just burnt. Burnt iron. So there we go. Stack of dark iron ingots. That's cool. Now to get our ender pearls, some leather, and blaze rods. Oh, how many blaze rods have we got? I really don't fancy going to the nether right now. We have 5. Okay. Population control. There's too many. Okay, we should have what we need. If I can remember how to make this thing. So ingots in the corner. Blaze rods at the side. 2 pieces of leather. And there we go. Extra dimensional storage. Barrel upgrade. Now I have looked into how to use these things, and I do know that you have to hold shift and right click. So that should be okay. I'm not going to fall for that one. Seen so many other people do that though. Alright, so we're going to upgrade the wheat farm one first. So let's get in there. Oh. Oh, I didn't totally ruin it. Okay, so let's get rid of this barrel. Eventually. So shift, right click. Okay. Let's test and see if that worked. Oh yeah, there we go. Get rid of that tube now. And this one will probably fill up eventually, so shift right click. There we go. Okay, so we got our extra dimensional barrels. That should hold us for quite a while, I think. And hopefully, by the time we need more, we'll be swimming in ender pearls and blaze rods. So, that'll do for now. Right, what's next on the agenda? Alright, so was in the nether, getting more blaze rods, and I was flying back after I got a few, jetpacking over the lava, and then the server disconnects me. It says, flying is not allowed on the server, and I was like, oh, okay. Then I re-logged on, and then I was like, oh crap, because I fell into the lava, and then I tried jetpacking out, but it wouldn't let me. So I died and lost everything. So I just got myself a diamond drill and a chainsaw back. Got my advanced lap pack though, and all my gear took a little while, but then I remembered there was something else I was wanting to do with the upgrade. I've forgotten what else is needed for that. It was only a short while ago and I forgot what I needed. Well yeah, the dark iron ingots. So yeah, something else I wanted to do with these, or with one of them anyway. Oh yeah, and a barrel. And it's in the wrong place. There we go. So I wanted to improve the storage for the reactor down here. I don't like this thing being here, and I even don't like that being up there. So, oh, don't know how that happened. Yeah, so I want to actually push it back here, and I want to have the barrel probably in the wall. So let's just oh, hello zombie. That is a piece of wood. So I want the barrel to be about there, or maybe down one, not sure yet. I mean, what I would ideally like to do is to have the output of the quarry constantly, while the quarry is running. In fact, not even store it in the nether, just transport it all here, and just have a whole bunch of these big barrels here that will all pump out into this, or maybe have them above. Gonna do that. How much space? Put that one down. Yeah, gonna put them one more down. Don't need you or you right now. Where'd that barrel go? There. So tube, filter, barrel, and we could even put our marble back. There. Put our timer there. I'm hopefully set on this being here, so boosh. Nope. There. And I'll just rip these filters out. These transposers. Not deployers, not filters, transposers. And I think that's probably all I can hold. Right. So let's take half a stack again. This time should come straight from that barrel. There it comes. It only sent. Oh no, it's sending a whole bunch of stacks out. That's fine. those, and then back everything else will come. Perfect. Don't need these tubes here anymore. Well, not for now anyway. No, we don't need these here anymore. Did have an idea. Unfortunately, I've left no room for it. But it was involving these. I was going to have this whole set up, and I was going to set up something where that when this tank was full, like absolutely chock-a-block full, then any lava that was being made by the crucibles would still be made, but it would be pumped into the centrifuges, and it would continue to make this stuff here. It's still, I don't have it. I need the, what you call them, the gates for that to work. We haven't got an assembly table yet, and I was going to shove it in that corner. So that's something I'm going to do. There's far more to do right now than there is anything else. Okay, so we want this ender chest. And we'll want it, say, here. We'll have a transposer. Need to be above, don't we? There. And get a timer. And we'll put that here. What is this? Okay, there's a step down in here. I don't know what's going on there. Let's just steal that off for now. No, that's so. Put the pneumatic tube there. We'll grab this chest. It's just chock-a-block full of stuff. In fact, why don't we just use these barrels? So what have we got? We've got sphalerite dust. That can go in there. Pyrite dust can go in there. Garnets. Zinc. Zinc was quite a big one. So put zinc there. Anything else? Garnets. We're not going to get a lot of mushrooms. I don't think we're going to bother putting that in. In fact, we're not going to get a lot of garnets. Don't know what else to put in there. So that barrel can come out. Pop that there. Put them there. And right at the end, we'll put our chest. And we'll fall down into here. I don't know. Glass. You know what? I'm pretty sure that was TMH. He has a bad habit of just like, oh, what's going on here? Smash, smash. Go down and have a look. And like, oh, okay, fair enough. And then run away and then leaving, not fixing what he's broke. Okay. And apparently that can open even if there's a block above it. That's handy. Okay. So that should do us for pumping stuff back from the nether. For now, anyway. Alright, well, let's see. What did we just do? Well, we upgraded the barrels, and we ferried over some netherrack. So I think I am actually going to try and automate this thing a little bit. Not the whole hog, like manufacturing the compost that feeds into this to make hummus. I'm gonna do all that underground. I have brought a couple of things with me. I got a centrifuge and an extractor with me. The whole point of them is that I'll probably need some empty cells as well. But yeah, the whole point of this farm is to get this rubber wood, put them through the centrifuge, and it will turn it into sticky resin, and the whole sticky resin, plant balls, and some cells. We're not really interested in the cells, but it's carbon cells and methane cells. Don't really have a use for them yet. May have in the future, but the only reason I don't want them is that this thing would just start consuming enormous amounts of tin for making the cells, so we're just going to leave them be just now. So let's think about this. What are our inputs and what are our outputs? Our inputs for the whole system are humus and saplings. And the outputs from the farms anyway is sand. And from the logger we get wood and saplings. So we need to get the saplings. Right. So inputs into the system are humus and what else? I'm losing my own train of thought here. So humus goes into the system, as does saplings. The saplings will kind of cycle around itself. Okay, well let's just do a bit of experiment. I haven't figured any of this out whatsoever, so we're going to be doing things, working it out as we go. So if we just put a pipe here, is that just, yep, automatically spews out the sand. That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, let's just set up a barrel here just now, because I want to get rid of that sand. Now I don't know excuse me, because all I know is that pneumatic tubes and Buildcraft pipes work differently. I'm going to charge my drill up a bit. There. Yeah, so they work a bit differently. But the way I was reading it is that Buildcraft, it doesn't matter what side it goes into, it'll figure out where to put items. I really don't know about that, so just gonna test it just now, and I don't have any levers. That's fine. I'll just make some. Put that there. Get rid of that. Put a wooden pipe on it. Put a chest. And our lever. Okay. So this is going to be our test guy. So we're going to grab some hummus and some saplings. And we're going to see if it does go in the right slots or not. So put that there. Lag again. Don't know what's going on. Probably because I'm recording. Feed the Beast does not really like you recording. Okay. So I'm going to pop these saplings in. And we'll turn it on and we'll see what happens. Now, if I wasn't using pneumatic tubes, the input for this was on the top. Might still do that. And you're getting a bit of a glitch there, I can't really see them. Is this going to go in? Yep. Okay. So hummus is going in the right spot. Now, if I take out that hummus, I remember this time, and it will start churning out the saplings. Where are the saplings going to go? They go right into the correct spot. That is brilliant. Now, what I'm wondering is if that has any sand in it, will it just push it out this pipe? So I need to wait for one of these trees to grow. Although, can I just... Inventory's too full, get rid of those seeds. Can't I just put sand in there? Nope. No, I can't put sand in there whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to wait for these some of these trees to grow. Alright, so I kind of got ahead of myself. So after watching the sand for a bit, I came up with this, which I know right now doesn't quite work, but it's getting there. The sand was coming out of the pipe of the arboretum, and it was trying to go back into that chest. So I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm not sticking with this as a final design. Aside from the fact it's very messy, it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. I might have to move the logger a little bit, but I have a buildcraft pipe here connected to both arboretums, one at the bottom here, and they just suck out the sand and they feed it into this diamond pipe, and the diamond pipe is connected directly to the logger, and in the diamond pipe it will tell the sand to go in the green direction, which is straight down here and into this barrel. And then it will tell the rubber wood and the rubber tree saplings to go into this chest here. And this is kind of the thing I wanted, because the red power tubes are intelligent enough so that, well, they're intelligent to a point where it will fill up the arboretums first with rubber tree saplings before it will go through this restriction tube into this barrel, and it will just put the logs straight into this barrel as well. Slight problem I'm having though is that when I set up this humus one, it's feeding it straight into this logger, and it's not feeding the arboretum at all actually. And then the logger is just spewing them out into this chest, and then the chest is feeding them into this transposer, which is trying to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to have to remap things, and I think I'm actually just going to excavate a little work area under here because it's getting really cramped. So I'm going to rip all this out and I'm going to start again. Alright guys, I kind of worked ahead and I've come up with something which I quite like. I haven't tested it yet, but it is still a bit messy, but this is what I've come up with. There we go. Right, so let me give you a run through of what happens here. So where should we start? Okay, so the farms. I've just hooked up a pipe connected to the farms only, and they'll output the sand, and the sand will just go straight into that barrel, so we'll never have to worry about the sand ever again. The end. Now the logger is connected to this pipe. Logger's connected to that pipe there, which feeds down into this chest, and the chest is connected to this transposer, which has a timer behind it and an on-off switch. And what the transposer will do, the stuff that will go into this chest is rubber wood and saplings, and that will put it out into this pneumatic tube. Now I'll put a restriction tube here so that this is like the bulk storage, so if the rest of the system gets clogged up with saplings or with wood, then they'll come here. I had to put a second one on there, and I'll explain that in a minute. So saplings and wood will travel along here, up this tube, over to this junction here. At this junction, the saplings and the wood have a choice. The saplings will either want to go this way or that way, but when I've got this thing set up and running, they'll only want to go this way, and this will head up to the farms. So this will recycle the saplings back into the system. But when these fill up, the saplings will have nowhere else to go except for back into that barrel. The rubber wood, on the other hand, when it reaches here, it can't go into the farm, so it can't go that way. So it will go into the hopper here, and the hopper is sitting right above this centrifuge. And this centrifuge will be constantly running. It will be constantly churning out sticky resin and stuff like that from all the rubber wood that's going to be supplied. and the resin, the plant balls, and the carbon and methane cells travel along into this diamond pipe. And in here, the plant balls will go one direction, sticky resin will go another, and the cells will go a third. So the sticky resin will go into this hopper, which feeds into this extractor. The cells will go into this hopper, which feeds into this extractor, and the what did I call it? The plant balls will head straight down into this pipe, and that will follow that pipe along into this storage chest. So the sticky resin that goes into this hopper goes into this extractor. You get a rubber, and then that feeds into that chest there, and the cells will go into through this extractor, and we'll just turn back into empty cells and feed straight back into the centrifuge. And we've got one stack of cells, and that should be enough to not cause any problems in the system. Well, I haven't tested this, I don't know about timing, so I don't know if this is going to take too long. I might be able to get away with putting one overclocker in there, but there's not a lot of power in this system. I'm using these solar panels right now, but as I said before, my aim is to get rid of the solar panels and use biogenerators and biogas engines. So these are just placeholders right now. Oh, and the humus will come out of this chest, and it will head up to the farms as well. Now, I had to add, I might have to move this transposer over here a bit, because it was only when I was finished that I realised, oh, this thing is actually quite close to there. So that's why I added a second restriction tube here. So, and I'm not entirely sure how these work. All I know is that it will only go down this pipe if it's got nowhere else to go. And hopefully it'll say, oh, you definitely do go up in here if you've got absolutely nowhere else to go. So I'm hoping that that will be enough. I would take that restriction tube out, and in fact I might be able to get away with doing that. But one thing I'm worried about, there are a couple of problems that could result with this, is that the humus, once it stops filling up the farms, might try to go into that hopper. But what I'm betting on is that the centrifuge will not be able to keep up with turning the wood that's generated from this farm into sticky resin. So I'm planning on this having rubber wood in the hopper and the centrifuge all the time, and then the excess wood will just go into here. Yeah. So if that's constantly filled with rubber wood, then the humus and the saplings won't be able to go in there at all. So anyway, the centrifuge is about to go on, so it might get a bit laggy. There we go. And I'm going to shove all this rubber wood in there. And I might need a little bit more actually. So I'll just grab one from here. Need a bit of space in that chest anyway for this thing turning on. Oh man, the lag. Okay. So that should do it. Crossing my fingers because I'm really hoping this works. So we'll turn the humus on. That's not doing anything. That transposer's round the wrong way. No, it wasn't round the wrong way. Why didn't it not work? Already running into problems. So, how did that go? Just go here. No. 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 Hang on one sec. Alright, so apparently there's nothing wrong with the transposer, it's just that apparently humus goes into the farms from the side when using pneumatic tubes. So change that. So that should... Yep, that's filling up nicely. Okay. Now, I did notice, I did turn this on for a sec, and that did, it did go in there, the rubber wood. So I'm gonna move that transposer in a minute, but just pretend it's been moved. So let's turn on all these redstone engines. Man, this lag is getting really bad. And then this stuff should start chugging away. That's filling up with humus nicely. And there goes the resin into the right one. Well done. Okay. Just gonna have to take some space out of this and put it in here, because I'm gonna turn on the farms themselves, and we'll just see how the saplings in the rubber would behave when they're coming in. Well, here comes the sand, and there comes the rubber wood, and we'll turn this on. There goes the rubber wood. Somehow I got a plant ball. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot to wrench. Wait a minute. Oh, right, I haven't wrenched that. There, okay. Bug fixing. Well, we got our rubber going in, that's good. Wait a minute. Oh, why is rubber wood going up there? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Why is humus coming out the side of the farm? Why are you doing that? Oh, this is a disaster. Okay, hang on, right. Back in a moment. Okay, I've put wooden pipes on the farms. I'm gonna start this up again and see if... Whoa! Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I keep finding plant balls and rubber all over the place here, and now sand. What is going on? Oh, I don't think they can go in the top. Oh, right. They do go in the bottom, they have to go in the top. Easy fix. Let's see if we can do it quickly though. Okay, and break that. Hopefully they'll go in just fine. Plant balls. And I don't have my stone pipes. Oh, there's rubber flying about everywhere. Let's go get the stone pipes quickly. Stone pipes, stone pipes, stone pipes. There we go, stone transport pipes. And we've got humus in those pipes again, and the wood. I don't understand what's going on with that. Oh. Stone, 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 stone there. And there, and break that. Okay. Well, that should at least solve the rubber and the plant balls. I hope it does anyway. There, okay. Oh, you stupid farms. Why are you doing this? Oh man. Alright, well I'm gonna have to try and figure this out, but apart from a couple of problems, this thing is working okay. It could be better. So I'm gonna get to work on this, fixing this up. I think I've used up all the time this episode, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will show you the finished product hopefully next time. Bye now.